Before you order your wood blinds, you'll need to measure your windows. In this video, we'll show you how to measure for a wood blind mounted outside the window frame. Following these easy guidelines will help ensure you order the proper size blind for your window. Before you begin, consider the following. Do you want to cover all of the window trim? Or do you want some of the trim exposed, and if so, how much? How much light do you want filtering through the left and right sides of the blind? The wider the blind, the smaller the light gap. Do you want the bottom rail to extend past the windowsill as the blind is lowered? You should also make sure that any window trim or hardware, such as a crank handle, won't get in the way of the blind. If you need additional clearance, measure how far off the wall you want to mount the blind. A spacer block adds 3/8 of an inch additional clearance. Make sure to add the additional clearance needed to your valance return size, which is 3 inches by default, when ordering your shade. If you're going to mount your blind on the window frame, simply measure the frame vertically from the top trim to where you want the bottom of the blind to hang. Then measure horizontally at the middle of the frame from trim to trim. Round these measurements up to the nearest 1/8 of an inch and write them down as your order width and order height. If you'll be mounting your blind above the trim, you'll also need to measure how many inches above the frame you want to mount the blind and add that measurement to the frame height, rounding up to the nearest 1/8 of an inch. This is typically around 3 inches. And that's it! Now you can order your wood blinds.